Hey YouTube, welcome to another beer review. This is by Aldersbacher, I'm guessing, Kloster, which I've read means basically monastery, Weisse, wheat beer. It's a Hefeweizen. The brewery is located in Aldersbach, Germany. Honestly, I have no idea where that is. I read that the brewery's been around since about 1268 AD. Here's what the bottle looks like. It's pretty basic. Not fancy graphics, but a lot of the German beers aren't. They're just really basic, and there's nothing wrong with that. There are no further details on the bottle at all. The website is actually not from the brewery. I was never able to find one for Aldersbacher. The importer, which is Artisanal Imports, they give a little bit more detail on here. Still brewed as the monks once made it. Traditional German wheat ale is unfiltered in bottle condition to enhance the robust flavors and fine effervescence. Aromas of clove, allspice, and bananas when first poured. Initial sweetness and a hint of bubble gum on the palate. This beer finish is crisp and clean. This is an all year round beer. I don't have to look to know that. The only German beers I know are seasonal or Oktoberfest. This bottle cost me $3.29. They don't give any indication what the ingredients might be. The two most common ingredients are a Pilsner malt, sometimes two-row, but usually Pilsner, and wheat. Those two generally make up between 90 to 100% of the malt. They could be 50-50, 70-30, possibly a little sweetness from the wheat malt, a little bit of a cracker bread from Pilsner malt, and the remaining 10%, if there even is a 10%, that could be Munich malt for maltiness, Carapils for head retention, body, or something totally different. I often see these with a combination of maybe a Saaz, a Hallertauer, a Tettnanger, but there may be something else, and those can give a spicy, a floral, sometimes a little bit fruitier, earthy aroma, banana clove, like they said, and that would come from the yeast. This is 5.5% alcohol. I have no idea what the IBU are. It should be low. Banana clove, most commonly they're noble hops. Typical colors for these tend to be golden, sometimes a little bit of an orangish color. A signature characteristic is they're usually hazy, light to medium body. Lightly cloudy. It is a lighter golden color. That's a really nice colored appearance. It's pretty typical for Hefeweizen. It's not filtered. They usually are not. Very thin head. It's only about 1/8 of an inch. It's died down just a little bit. There are no particles floating. You can see there's no sediment in the glass. Fairly bubbly, not overly carbonated. I get very faint banana. I'm pretty much having to draw it in. I don't get any floral, earthy, spicy. I don't get anything else out of it. This tastes medium body. It opens up just a little bit in my mouth, but almost immediately sticks to the roof. 80% of it stays up there, and just the lightest brushing of banana. In fact, this is one of the lighter banana flavors I've tasted. I'm not good detecting clove. There's a tiny bit of spiciness in it right now, possibly some earthy, but it's all gentle. Banana is the most dominant, and even that's fairly restrained. I'm not noticing floral at this point. Very light sweetness along with the banana. I'm getting bubbles in there and spiciness too. Banana's first, followed by spiciness, and these mix together. It lingers just a little bit. I don't get any bread or dough or cracker notes. The mouthfeel is a little thin, but not too bad. I'm sure this is a simple recipe. Most of these are. 2 grains, maybe 3, is not unusual. They are probably mostly reliant on the yeast for the flavors. It's pretty basic. It's largely about the banana with a little bit of a hop spice to it. The banana is up front. Spiciness is a little more restrained now. It's still 80-90% of the roof of my mouth. Spiciness takes a significant backseat to the banana, but the banana is not any stronger than it was out of glass. Tastes medium body as before. More of the spiciness now, and a little more sweetness. Comparing the two together, yeah, I don't notice anything new. Tastes the same to me. No off flavors at all. Never had an off flavor from a German beer. Stringencies, any fusels, any rotten fruit, no chemical flavors. They're all very clean, well-rounded, solid flavors, good fermentation, good cleanliness. Would I buy this again? Honestly, no, I wouldn't. The flavors are too simple. I like good, noticeable flavors to it. It's not bad, it's just not as good as I thought it might be. Would I recommend it? Actually, yes, I would. You might like this beer. The banana clove is fairly light. That's okay, it doesn't have to be strong. In fact, I prefer it light. It just doesn't have much character, much depth to it. This is below average to me. Aldersbacher Kloster Weisse. So it's a bright, light Weiss beer, wheat beer, Hefeweizen. If you have any comments, feedback, thoughts, otherwise, let me know. Finish this one off and move on to something else. Prost! Winner of 15 DLG gold medals. I have no idea what DLG is. Sounds like a weather forecast here. Yeah, storms approaching, cloudy with chance of showers. I would say it can be fairly watery, not like Budweiser.